Hi guys, how's it going and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be going over a bunch of GeoGuessr tips and we're going to jump straight into it. First off, we are in Finland and a great sign for Finland is street signs end in TIE. Nice easy one there. Next up, we're in South Korea. A great tip for South Korea is the text in South Korea has loads of little circles in it. So if you see in the road here, there's lots of little circles in the text on the taxi here. Circles. As well, if you look over here, you just see lots of circles, basically. That's the tip. Lots of circles in the symbols. Next up, we're in France. Quite a common tip, but we have blue little patches on our electricity posts. France do this, or they do this everywhere. Like, so if you see a blue dot on any electricity pole, you're going to be in France. Next up, we're in Cambodia. If you see 2 or 3 guys on a blue sign like this, you see them all over Cambodia. Some political campaign, I believe. But yeah, you'll see them everywhere in Cambodia. This one's probably something you learn straight away. It's Ghana. We got Ghana tape. If you have tape on the front right barrier, I don't fucking know what this is called. If you have one on here, then we're in Ghana. And that quickly brings me to the next one, Reunion Island, which has the same thing, but at the bottom right-hand side. So the top right, Ghana, bottom right, Reunion Island, which is French island. It's just east of Madagascar, which I could show you on the screen here. Lovely. On to the next one. Next, we're in Australia, and we're in South Australia. So if you see these are Stobie poles. They're like metal train tracks on the side of poles. You'll be in South Australia every time. Well, not every time, but 99.9% of the time, you'll be in South Australia. Next up, we are in Scotland. And if you're in Scotland, you'll see these passing place signs everywhere. They've got really thin roads, and then they've got just areas where cars can pass. So you'll see these passing place signs. Also, worth a mention, maybe not, is in Scotland, then passing place signs. I don't know how you say it's Islay. The passing place signs here are a little bit different. I need to find one for you. Okay, so I found one here, and it's basically just a zebra pole, but it's a passing place sign without the passing place text on it. And I see these loads in that little place I just said about, Islay, the island, basically. I'll put it on the screen so you can see where we are. I'm not 100% on this map. I found it recently, like the other day. Let me know if this is specific to this area. If you know, I think it is. Next up, we are in the USA. This is always going to be America. If you see no passing zone, this little triangle sign, you're always in America. And now we're in Argentina. So we're looking at the license plates here. We got the black dot in the center here. So white license plate, black dot. You see it on these 2 cars here and here. You'll always be in Argentina if you see this black dot. And, well, I mean, unless the car's driven across the line, like the border, you know. You can also see blue and white on quite a few cars here, but that can also be Brazil, Uruguay as well. But Argentina specific, always the black dot. Now we are in Iceland. So we're looking at bollards specifically. Yellow bollards in Iceland, always yellow bollards. Very distinctive landscape as well, so you can kind of match it with that. But the tip is yellow bollards in Iceland. Now we're in Mongolia. So if you ever see this tent strapped to the top of a car with a roof rack like this, always see this tent. You're in Mongolia. Every time, Mongolia. Now we are in Palestine and Israel. So if you ever see this text, Hebrew text, okay, you're going to always be in Palestine or Israel. I'm going to put it on the screen now so you can see what the alphabet looks like. The Hebrew alphabet should be on the screen right now. Yeah, always Palestine, Israel. And now we're in Italy. Italy, we're looking at the plates. So we've got blue, white, blue plates, but they're very squished. Like, they're very small, you can see as well. Blue, white, blue plates there on the front. Always going to be really small. The back one's blue, white, blue as well, but generally like the normal European size. You can get blue, white, blue in France as well, but the front is long. So if you see the short front plates like blue, white, blue, Italy, every time. We are in Colombia. So we're looking at the back of signs. All the signs like this on the side of the road, you will see a cross on the back of the signs in Colombia. The Colombian cross meta. So yeah, you see that cross on the back of signs, always in Colombia. And now we are in Thailand. So Thailand, we're looking at the poles specifically, the electric poles. They are square concrete poles with dots. You see these tiny little holes all the way through to the bottom there. You can see that we're always in Thailand with square concrete poles with the dots all the way to the bottom. And now we are in Japan. So specifically, we're looking at the reflectors at the bottom of the electricity poles. We've got vertical reflectors that are yellow and black. You see those on the bottom of all of these electricity poles. They can be white and black, but still counts, you know. The vertical lines but normally yellow and black. Now we're in Indonesia. We're looking at electricity poles again, specifically the colors. They paint the country colors on, not all of them, but just sometimes you'll see red and white, like the flag's colors in Indonesia. They'll just be randomly painted on poles. You see it, you see them dotted around. Yeah, Indonesia. And now we're in Lithuania. So we're looking at street signs specifically for Lithuania. If you see a street sign and it's got the letter G with a dot after it like this, G dot, you're always in Lithuania. Like, just always. Like, it's a lovely little thing to learn. G dot, you're in Lithuania. Lovely. A nice quick one here. If you see a police follow car and you're on the continent of Africa, it's always going to be Nigeria. Always going to be Nigeria. Police behind you, you're in Nigeria. And whilst we're on the subject of follow cars, Tunisia also has this green 4x4 follow car. Quite nice to know that as well. Now we're back in Mongolia, just to show you this new car that came out not too long ago, a few months ago, I think. And this is a Mongolia car. You won't find this anywhere else. I believe it could be specific to this town here, Ulan. I'll show that on the screen right now, so you know roughly where that is. But yeah, I think it's that city. I think it's that city only. But maybe it drove elsewhere. I'm not sure. But always Mongolia. Always Mongolia. Now we're in Singapore. If you see this hump ahead on the road like this, hump ahead, then you're in Singapore. Also, very good thing to know. Singapore, very, very clean. Like, the streets tend to be very, very clean. But we're here. The main clue, hump ahead, is Singapore. Now we're in Portugal. What we want to look at here is the license plate. So we've got blue, white, yellow, which is specific to Portugal. You can just see. You see a little yellow tint on that plate on the right. Another one here. You can see it a bit darker on this one. You can see it a bit better. I'm not sure how long this will be in the game, but it's there for now. It's there for now. So blue, white, yellow plates, Portugal. And now we're taking a look at New Zealand. We're looking at the give way signs here. So give way signs in New Zealand, the text is always going to be red. Also, this triangle on the road here that you can see, this wouldn't be seen in Australia, because normally you're looking for the 50-50 Australia, New Zealand, right? So if it's a red text, it's always New Zealand on that giveaway sign. As well, if you can only see this triangle on the intersection like this, New Zealand uses the triangle. Australia does not use a triangle on the road like that. But yeah, basically it was the red text was the clue, and this is just a little cheeky extra tip for you there. And now we're back in America. This is a region-specific, state-specific thing. So in California, the wooden poles are going to have 3 yellow strips across them like this. That's only in California. It's really nice if you know you're in the US and you want to get a better score. You know, it's good to region guess. Good to region guess. So California, 3 yellow lines. Very nice tip to know. And now we have some stop sign meta starting in Canada. If you see an arrête stop sign, you're always in French-speaking Canada, like Quebec, like that kind of place. Or French-speaking, they have arrête on the sign. And now we are in Malaysia. So the stop signs in Malaysia say Berhenti. I don't know how you pronounce that. Apologies, but Berhenti. And that is always Malaysia for the stop sign. And this is the final stop sign meta, I promise, is Turkey. We're in Turkey. DUR, DUR stop signs, always Turkey. Always Turkey. Really nice thing to know. So now we're back in Australia, and we're looking at region specific. So this is Northern Territory. This is North Australia specific meta. And it's this pole here, this holy pole. It's metal, the holy metal ladder pole. And this is Northern Territory, Australia. And now we are in Spain. So we're looking at no hunting signs. This is a Spanish no hunting sign. It's black and white. If you see this, you're always in Spain. And now we're just next door in Portugal. A very similar tip. It's another no hunting sign, but this time it is white and red. So this is the Portuguese one, and the Spanish one we just had was white and black. So now we're in Rwanda, and you can see everyone is wearing a red helmet. So I think it's the law in this country. I believe it's a law. You have to wear this red helmet if you're on a motorbike. So you'll see everyone that's on a motorbike, red helmet. So if you see this, you're in Rwanda. So now we're back in Australia. It's an island called Christmas Island. It's Australian island. If you see this, you'll know exactly where we are. So there's crabs everywhere. So if you see red crabs everywhere, you're on Christmas Island. I'll show on the screen right now where Christmas Island is, just in case you didn't know. But yeah, you see this, you're going to know exactly where you are now. Crabs everywhere. Now we're in Malaysia. So the tip we've got here is black stickers on the poles. So electricity poles, they all tend to have these black stickers. This is from mainland Malaysia, not so much Borneo. I don't think you see this on Borneo. But mainland Malaysia, Black stickers on the electricity poles, very, very common. Always Malaysia. And next up, we got this political banner that you see all over this country. This is Bolivia. So if you see this, is blue, white, and black political banner in Spanish. You're in Bolivia. They have a lot of them over just hanging up on poles like this. Yeah, you'll be in Bolivia. Very nice to know. We're back in Palestine and Israel. So if you ever see this, like a hand on a stop sign like this, then you're in Palestine or Israel. I don't think any other country does this. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, Palestine, Israel for that. So now we're in Bhutan. If you get red license plates and it's really mountainous, you know, you're always going to be in Bhutan. They use completely red license plates, which is very specific, you know, it's a very easy thing to stand out. And finally for this video, tip 40 is Kenya snorkel. So if you see a snorkel on the car like this and you're in a left driving country in Africa, you know, it's going to be Kenya always. The second I see a snorkel, I'm going Kenya. Do you know what I mean? As long as it looks like I'm in Africa, snorkel, Kenya. All right, thank you very much. If you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. I hope you learned something, some of the meta we spoke about. If you're interested in GeoGuessr content, do consider subscribing and giving this video a like. If you're interested as well, we stream every single day other than Tuesday. So at most days, we're streaming on Twitch and TikTok. So links all in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good evening. Thank you. Thank you.